Millions of fans around the world woke up in shock. Social media feeds filled with disbelief. Headlines spread across the internet at lightning speed. Messages of heartbreak poured in from every corner of the globe. For many, it was impossible to imagine that one of the most unpredictable, creative, and unforgettable figures in modern music could be gone so suddenly. That artist was Oliver Tree. Known for his signature bowl haircut, oversized sunglasses, outrageous stunts, and viral songs that accumulated billions of streams, Oliver Tree built a career unlike anyone else in the music industry. He was funny, mysterious, talented, and impossible to ignore. Behind the jokes and wild persona was a musician who connected with millions through songs about loneliness, anxiety, heartbreak, and resilience. And while the world knew him as a larger-than-life entertainer, the journey that brought him to global fame was anything but easy. Oliver Tree Nickell was born on June 29, 1993, in Santa Cruz, California. Growing up along California's coast, he developed an early fascination with music and creative expression. Long before he became an internet sensation, young Oliver was already experimenting with sounds, instruments, and artistic ideas. Music wasn't simply a hobby. It became an obsession. As a child, he learned to play instruments and spent countless hours exploring different styles of music. He was drawn to everything from rock and hip-hop to electronic music. Unlike many artists who follow a predictable path, Oliver constantly searched for ways to create something different. Even at a young age, he stood out. Friends and classmates often described him as eccentric, creative, and fearless. He loved making people laugh, but he also possessed an intense passion for art. Those two sides of his personality, the comedian and the serious artist, would eventually become the foundation of his entire career. As he entered his teenage years, Oliver began creating music more seriously. He experimented with electronic sounds and performed under various artistic identities. While most aspiring musicians focused solely on making songs, Oliver was already thinking bigger. He wasn't just creating music. He was creating a character. He understood that entertainment was about more than sound. Visuals mattered. Storytelling mattered. Shock value mattered. Every detail became part of a larger artistic vision. But success didn't arrive overnight. Like countless artists before him, Oliver faced years of uncertainty. He spent time developing his craft while searching for an audience. There were setbacks, disappointments, and moments when mainstream recognition seemed far away. Many people saw only the viral success that came later. Few witnessed the years of work behind the scenes. During these early stages, Oliver explored electronic music production and released tracks independently. He continuously refined his style, blending emotional lyrics with unconventional production choices. His willingness to take risks separated him from many other artists trying to break into the industry. Then came the internet. As social media platforms exploded in popularity, Oliver discovered the perfect environment for his creativity. His unusual appearance, unpredictable humor, and unique music quickly attracted attention online. While some viewers didn't know what to make of him, others couldn't get enough. People watched because they were curious. Then they stayed because they were entertained. One of the earliest turning points in his career came when his music began gaining traction online through viral videos and streaming platforms. His distinctive sound combined alternative pop, electronic influences, and deeply personal themes. Listeners found themselves connecting with songs that balanced vulnerability and absurdity. It was a combination that felt fresh. As his audience grew, Oliver signed with a major label and began releasing music to a much larger audience. Suddenly, the artist who once struggled for attention was reaching millions of listeners worldwide. Then came Alien Boy. The song became one of his defining hits and introduced many fans to his strange and fascinating universe. With its catchy melody and emotional undertones, Alien Boy resonated with listeners who felt different or misunderstood. The title itself seemed to reflect Oliver's identity. He wasn't trying to fit in. He was embracing being different. As his popularity exploded, so did his reputation for outrageous promotional stunts. Whether it involved bizarre interviews, exaggerated retirement announcements, elaborate costumes, or unexpected public appearances, Oliver constantly kept fans guessing. Nobody ever knew what he would do next. That unpredictability became part of the experience. Then came an even bigger breakthrough. Life Goes On. The song became a global phenomenon. Its infectious hook spread across social media platforms, inspiring countless videos and trends. What started as a successful release transformed into one of the most recognizable songs of the decade. Suddenly, Oliver Tree wasn't just popular. He was everywhere. The song accumulated massive streaming numbers and introduced his music to audiences far beyond his existing fan base. Millions who had never heard of Oliver Tree found themselves singing along. And just when it seemed impossible to become any bigger, another hit followed. Miss You. The track became another international success, dominating playlists, radio stations, and social media feeds around the world. Combined with the enduring popularity of Alien Boy and Life Goes On, it cemented Oliver's place among the most recognizable viral artists of his generation. His numbers were staggering. Millions of monthly listeners on Spotify, billions of streams across platforms, a massive YouTube following, an audience spread across nearly every continent. Yet statistics only tell part of the story. What truly made Oliver Tree special was his ability to blur the line between comedy and sincerity. One moment he was making audiences laugh with absurd antics. The next, he was delivering lyrics about pain, insecurity, and emotional struggle. Fans never knew whether they were watching a comedian, a musician, or a performance artist. The truth was that he was all three. Throughout his career, Oliver continued pushing creative boundaries. He directed videos, created elaborate visual concepts, and built an entire world around his artistic persona. His work stood apart because it never felt ordinary. Even his appearance became iconic. The bowl haircut, the oversized glasses, the colorful outfits. These elements transformed him into an instantly recognizable figure in modern pop culture. As the years passed, Oliver Tree evolved from an internet curiosity into a global star. He toured internationally, released successful albums, and continued attracting new generations of fans. His influence extended beyond music into internet culture itself. But beneath the laughter, the costumes, and the viral fame, there was another side to Oliver Tree. A side that few people truly understood. A private life hidden behind one of the most carefully constructed public personas in entertainment. And as his success reached extraordinary heights, questions about the man behind the character became more important than ever. Because the lifestyle he lived away from the cameras was very different from what most fans imagined. And that hidden world would reveal a story few saw coming. By the time Oliver Tree became a global phenomenon, millions of fans felt like they knew him. They had watched his music videos, laughed at his outrageous interviews, followed his social media antics, and streamed his songs billions of times. To the public, he often appeared larger than life, a fearless entertainer who thrived on chaos, controversy, and absurd humor. But behind the bowl haircut and oversized sunglasses was a much more complicated person. The image that fans saw was carefully crafted. Oliver Tree understood entertainment better than most artists of his generation. He knew that mystery creates curiosity, and curiosity keeps people watching. Yet away from cameras and viral videos, his life was often surprisingly grounded. Despite achieving international fame, Oliver never fully embraced the stereotypical celebrity lifestyle associated with many successful musicians. While he enjoyed the rewards of his success, those who worked with him often described him as intensely focused on creativity rather than luxury. His priorities were different. Instead of constantly showing off wealth, Oliver invested heavily in his art. Music videos became larger and more ambitious. Production budgets increased. Visual concepts became more elaborate. Every project seemed designed to push boundaries further than the last. For Oliver, creating unforgettable experiences mattered more than simply accumulating possessions. Still, success brought financial freedom. As his career expanded, Oliver reportedly owned or rented comfortable properties in California and spent significant time traveling between creative projects, recording sessions, and international tours. Like many artists in his position, he valued privacy and rarely revealed extensive details about his living arrangements. Fans occasionally caught glimpses of his personal spaces through interviews and social media posts, but much of his private life remained carefully protected. That privacy only added to his mystique. The same was true when it came to cars and luxury purchases. Unlike some celebrities who regularly showcased exotic supercars or extravagant collections, Oliver's public image focused less on displaying wealth and more on entertaining audiences. When expensive vehicles appeared in his content, they often seemed part of a joke, stunt, or visual concept rather than a serious display of status. In many ways, that reflected who he was. He enjoyed surprising people. And the greatest surprise was often how different the real Oliver seemed from the character millions watched online. Financially, however, there was no doubt that his career had become extremely successful. Streaming alone generated substantial revenue. Songs like Life Goes On, Miss You, and Alien Boy accumulated billions of plays across platforms. Every stream contributed to an income stream that continued growing year after year. Then there was YouTube. Oliver's videos attracted hundreds of millions of views. His unique visual style helped transform ordinary song releases into viral cultural moments. Advertising revenue, licensing opportunities, and digital distribution created additional sources of income beyond music sales alone. Touring became another major contributor. Live performances allowed Oliver to connect directly with fans while generating significant revenue. His concerts often blended music, comedy, theatrical elements, and unexpected surprises, making them experiences audiences eagerly paid to attend. Merchandise added yet another layer. From clothing collections to limited edition products, Oliver successfully transformed his distinctive image into a recognizable brand. Fans weren't simply buying merchandise. They were buying a piece of the Oliver Tree universe. Brand partnerships and commercial collaborations also played a role in his financial growth. Over the years, companies recognized the marketing value of his enormous online following and cultural influence. Although exact figures varied depending on the source, entertainment analysts frequently estimated Oliver Tree's net worth to be in the range of several $1 million before his death. Some reports suggested figures between $4 million and $10 million, though exact numbers were never publicly confirmed. Like many celebrity net worth estimates, these figures should be viewed as approximations rather than verified facts. What is certain is that Oliver transformed creativity into a thriving business. But money was only one part of his story. The relationships he built throughout his career were equally important. Oliver collaborated with numerous artists across different genres, earning respect from musicians who appreciated his originality and willingness to experiment. Whether working with producers, singers, DJs, or content creators, he developed a reputation for bringing energy and unconventional thinking into every project. Friends often described him as someone who could make an entire room laugh within minutes. Yet they also spoke about his dedication. Behind the jokes was a perfectionist. Every song, video, performance, and interview received careful attention. The same person who appeared reckless and unpredictable on camera was often highly focused when it came to his work. That contrast fascinated many people who knew him personally. His dating life attracted attention as well. Over the years, Oliver was linked publicly to several relationships, though he generally kept romantic matters relatively private compared to many celebrities. One of the most widely reported relationships involved internet personality and influencer Belle Delphine. Their interactions generated enormous online discussion and media attention. However, as with many public relationships involving internet personalities, separating genuine personal details from performance and publicity sometimes proved difficult. Oliver himself often blurred those lines intentionally. Fans were never entirely sure where reality ended and entertainment began. And that was exactly how he liked it. Despite the speculation, he rarely shared extensive details about his romantic life. Instead, he preferred allowing the music and public persona to remain the primary focus. Outside of music, Oliver possessed a wide range of interests. He loved visual art. He enjoyed filmmaking. He was fascinated by performance culture and internet trends. He also maintained a passion for extreme activities and unusual experiences, many of which eventually appeared in his content. Some of his most famous stunts looked reckless from the outside, but those close to him often described them as carefully planned performances designed to entertain audiences and challenge expectations. That creative fearlessness became one of his defining traits. Fans admired him because he seemed completely unafraid to be different. In a world where many public figures carefully protected their image, Oliver often embraced awkwardness, absurdity, and imperfection. He made people laugh. He made people curious. And surprisingly often, he made people feel understood. Beneath the comedy, many of his songs explored loneliness, insecurity, self-doubt, and emotional struggle. Listeners who initially arrived for the humor frequently stayed because they connected with something deeper. That emotional honesty created a powerful bond between Oliver and his audience. To fans, he wasn't just another musician. He represented individuality. He represented creative freedom. He represented the idea that being different could become a strength. Yet perhaps the greatest contrast of all existed between the public character and the private man. The character was loud. The man could be thoughtful. The character chased chaos. The man often sought meaning. The character seemed impossible to hurt. The man carried the same fears and vulnerabilities shared by countless people around the world. Those who worked closely with him frequently described someone far more introspective than audiences realized. Behind the outrageous interviews and viral moments was a person who thought deeply about art, identity, success, and life itself. And perhaps that is why his music resonated so strongly. Because beneath every joke was a real human being. A human being whose journey still seemed far from over. In early 2026, Oliver remained active, creative, and full of plans for the future. New projects were being discussed. Appearances were being scheduled. Fans eagerly anticipated what unpredictable surprise he might deliver next. No one imagined how quickly everything would change. No one imagined that a trip abroad would soon become the focus of global headlines. And no one could have predicted that what appeared to be another chapter in Oliver Tree's remarkable story would ultimately become his final journey. 4 years, Oliver Tree built a career around unpredictability. Fans never knew what stunt he would attempt next. They never knew what outrageous interview he might give. They never knew whether a shocking announcement was real or part of a larger joke. But on June 14, 2026, the world received news that nobody wanted to believe. And this time, it wasn't a stunt. It wasn't a prank. It wasn't another chapter in Oliver Tree's carefully crafted performance art. It was a tragedy. In the days leading up to his death, Oliver appeared to be doing what he loved most: traveling, performing, creating content, and connecting with audiences around the world. His career was still thriving. His music continued reaching millions of listeners. New projects appeared to be on the horizon. According to multiple reports, Oliver had recently been touring in South America. He had performed in cities across the region and remained highly active on social media, sharing moments from his travels and experiences with fans. Reports indicate he had recently performed in Argentina and Sao Paulo before continuing his journey in Brazil. Nothing publicly suggested that these would become the final days of his life. To fans scrolling through his posts, everything seemed normal. There were smiles. There was music. There were future plans. And there was every reason to believe that Oliver Tree's story was only getting started. Then came the morning of June 14th. According to authorities and multiple news reports, 2 helicopters collided in midair over the Recreio dos Bandeirantes area of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. The crash resulted in the deaths of all 6 people aboard the aircraft involved. The collision happened high above one of Rio's busy districts. Within moments, the situation turned catastrophic. One of the helicopters crashed into a vehicle dealership area, sparking fires among parked electric vehicles. Emergency crews rushed to the scene, but there were no survivors. Authorities immediately launched an investigation into the cause of the collision. At the time of reporting, officials stated that the exact circumstances leading to the accident remained under investigation. Initial reports identified Oliver Tree as one of the passengers involved in the crash. Authorities later confirmed his death, sending shockwaves throughout the entertainment world. He was only 32 years old, just weeks away from his 33rd birthday. For fans, the news felt impossible. Many initially assumed it had to be another internet rumor. After all, Oliver Tree was famous for blurring the line between reality and performance. But as confirmation spread through major news organizations, disbelief slowly transformed into grief. Across social media, millions of messages began appearing. Fans shared favorite songs, favorite memories, favorite interviews, favorite moments that had made them laugh during difficult times. For some people, Oliver's music had been the soundtrack to adolescence. For others, it had provided comfort during heartbreak, loneliness, or uncertainty. Suddenly, listeners around the world found themselves revisiting songs that felt very different now. Songs like Alien Boy, songs like Miss You, and especially Life Goes On. The title alone seemed to carry a heartbreaking new meaning. Online communities dedicated to Oliver Tree filled with tributes and emotional reactions. Many fans struggled to process the sudden loss of an artist who had always seemed so energetic and full of life. Fellow musicians, creators, and public figures also expressed their sadness. Many praised his originality. Others remembered his kindness. Some reflected on how difficult it is to build a truly unique identity in the modern entertainment industry, and how successfully Oliver had accomplished exactly that. Because there was only one Oliver Tree. No artist looked like him. No artist sounded quite like him. No artist approached entertainment in the same way. His influence extended far beyond traditional music. He understood internet culture. He understood visual storytelling. And most importantly, he understood how to connect with people who felt different. Throughout his career, Oliver turned individuality into an advantage. He taught millions that standing out wasn't something to fear. It was something to celebrate. That message resonated deeply with fans. Many listeners saw themselves in his work, not because their lives looked like his, but because they understood what it felt like to be misunderstood, to feel different, to feel out of place. Oliver transformed those feelings into art, and in doing so, he created a community. His legacy can be measured in numbers. Billions of streams, millions of followers, sold-out shows, viral videos viewed across every continent. But those statistics don't fully explain his impact. The real legacy lives in the people he inspired. The aspiring musicians who learned that originality matters. The fans who gained confidence from embracing their uniqueness. The creators who realized that taking risks can lead to extraordinary success. Long after the headlines fade, those influences will remain. His songs will continue to play. His videos will continue to be discovered by new audiences. Future generations will still encounter the strange artist with the bowl haircut and oversized glasses, and wonder how someone so unconventional became such a global phenomenon. And perhaps that is the most remarkable part of Oliver Tree's story. He never succeeded by becoming what others expected. He succeeded by becoming exactly who he wanted to be. In the end, the tragedy of his death serves as a painful reminder of how fragile life can be. One day, you're planning future projects. The next, everything changes. No amount of success, fame, talent, or wealth can guarantee tomorrow. But while life can end unexpectedly, influence can endure. And Oliver Tree's influence undoubtedly will. Because somewhere, right now, someone is discovering one of his songs for the very first time. Someone is laughing at one of his videos. Someone is finding comfort in lyrics that remind them they're not alone. And as long as that continues, a part of Oliver Tree's story continues too. His journey may have ended far too soon, but his voice, his creativity, and his message will keep echoing far beyond his final day.